Coach, congrats on the win out there. Can you just start off with your opening thoughts?
Really excited to now have the non-conference schedule complete, and excited to be able to go into the American East with a win. And it was nice to see some of our bench players come in and help us out. I thought that Lauren was great. Markayla starting for us. I mean, she had some big minutes tonight, and Asia was able to find her rhythm. But Keene State they were a tough team. I just love how hard they played, and it was good to be able to play against a team like that and just help our players understand just how to dive on the floor and how to go after loose balls and want to come up with those 50-50s. So great job just going against a good team and a tough team that is going into American East.
So for the second consecutive game, you had 4 players with 10 or more points. Is that a nice little momentum and nice to see heading into the conference play that more and more players are stepping up and spreading the ball around?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought in the first quarter we started off a little shaky in terms of our offensive execution and our ability to finish shots, but then as the game went on, it picked up. So like you said, yeah, it was nice to be able to have 4 players in double figures. Obviously, we would love to have more going up against the players and the teams that we're going to see in the next few weeks. But no, definitely excited for those young ladies.
Oh, so when the ladies are, together, they really flow nicely. When pressure is on, they seem a little out of it. How can we work on their mental game to kind of calm them down, get a little more patient going into the conference?
Absolutely. I thought that, Asia did a better job this game in the second half, that is, of handling pressure, looking to attack. We talk about that all the time, and not getting back on our heels. So there were moments when we had 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and 2 sophomores out there. So I think that's going to come with experience. That's going to come with more games. But at this point, whether you're a freshman or a sophomore or a senior, it doesn't matter. You just got to play basketball.
Absolutely. And so now going into the conference games, obviously the challenges of how they're more experienced, let's say. So what can you do in practice to kind of prepare your girls for that kind of challenge coming up?
Yeah, I think for us, we've spent a lot of time just on us, knowing what we want to do. We have practices where we focus on scout and how we're going to execute against another team. But at the end of the day, we have to know what we want and the tendencies of our teammates and what kind of passes they like, what kind of passes they don't like, what they tend to do in transition. So the more we can learn those things, and now that we're mid-season, I think that they have a better idea, and it's going to be just us putting it into practice.
Wonderful. My final question is leadership. Where, you have a young team, where does the leadership stand out most for you?
Our leadership has come from a bunch of different places. I saw some really nice leadership from Markayla today off the bench, and just her sense of urgency was definitely welcomed. Kathy Smith, a sophomore, she's been a great leader for us, and she was awesome on the bench and coming on the floor and just kind of hearing her voice and cheering her teammates on was amazing. So our leadership has to come from various places, and it can be doesn't have to just be upperclassmen, it can be underclassmen, because we need everybody on this team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.